what is our biggest problem in our black community? You know what I'm saying? It's not police brutality. Police brutality is a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? To us, to me, it's not police brutality. It's the system of government that's been hiring, that thought it was okay, thought it was perfect to hire racist cops for the last 100 years. That's a plan. That's a plan. That's not an accident. That's not a let's get this one cop fired. That's an agenda. That's a campaign. So, you know, that's not our problem. Our problem is systematic racism, which Candace Owens disagreed, but
I really wanted to clear the air on this Cardi B nonsense.
Can Cardi B be the one to, I mean, they had these tweet wars. And stuff. And all Cardi B can say is, I got a lot of money. Or you got a lot of money. And how did you get all this? First of all, money isn't respect. Money isn't integrity. Money doesn't make you a good person. You know, money just get a lot of phony people liking you and siding with you and agreeing with you. And in that case, then this country's bought. It's not about ethics and morals or what's the right or the good thing to do. It's all about who can pay you to say whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? It's not a stand up for someone that stands up for what they believe in. It's more admirable than someone that got paid to say something. You pay them to say anything. You can pay them to walk on all fours and lick a dog bowl. That is honorable? Come on. And then our black culture, we don't really uphold honor. I mean, we don't really uphold character. We want to uphold loyalty, but we're not. We want to uphold integrity, but we don't. A character is just out the window in black culture. And they asked if Cardi B was part of the Brims, and I used to bump Cardi B's mixtapes before she blew up, because Cardi B was gangster rap. And I liked the Cardi B because she wasn't like Nicki Minaj. She had more integrity. Nicki Minaj was not a gangster rapper, but she always have gangster lyrics. And I didn't appreciate that. Much like Lil Wayne, I didn't appreciate the integrity is not there. Not like King Von, who was a known assassin out there. And I'm not condoning it, but King Von talking about this stuff is one thing. But when you got people like Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj lying just to get a bag, now you try to manipulate the whole entire culture, where I gotta be a bully or a boss or I'm a pussy. I'm like, okay, well, all you bullies and bosses, y'all seem to be pussies when the feds and the police come through. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's Young M.A. said that. Pussy, I'm a bully and a boss. I'm like, okay, till the feds roll up, then you humble as a cat. Until your management crew get at you and say, no more street stuff, you doing shows. You know, until that happens, yeah. So I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You're manipulating people to do stuff you ain't even doing. But Cardi B is certified, is reputable. She has rep. You know what I'm saying? And in her mixtape, she was going hard, and you could tell. You know what I'm saying? Real regular. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that she. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I didn't like how Cardi B and Candace Owens. A lot of people call Candace Owens a coon. They call her a coon because they always listen to the opposition side. And part of our black culture is you got to choose a side. You got to be like George Bush. Y'all didn't like George Bush. Y'all didn't vote for George Bush, but y'all want to think like George Bush. Christian. It's either us, religious. It's either us or them. That's what George Bush said. It's either us or them, and that's how y'all do. That's how y'all view with a lot of sides. It's either the right or the left. It's either, instead of listening to both sides and making a conclusion for yourself, some critical thinking, and that's something we don't barely display. Candace Owens does, but you can tell she got a bag because she leaned more to the Republicans. We're the worst we ever been in 400 years. We was more protected. We had more family values in slavery than we do today. Today. More protected in slavery than today. I mean, you know, the technology, you know, I mean, there was guns back then, but there's more guns now, you know what I'm saying? There's semis and they're fullies. I get that part too. But we're worse off. We believe that we can achieve this American dream, that we're Americans, which we are, and we can achieve the American dream. But make no mistake, please do not hold your breath and want total equality as whites. Throw whites underneath the bus. That's all they did. And it's not the elitist whites. The elitist is untouchable. Right now, a transgender is more protected than black men. What are they saying? More protected. And it's not the same. I didn't choose to be black. I wish I did. Thank God I am. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Jeebus. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I didn't. It wasn't a choice for me. You know, I have to feel like a black man inside a black man. Once transracial conversation starts, is moot. Racial dolls. Me personally, I thought that was a good thing. If a Filipino girl take me home, the parents got issue. I'm slapping a parent in the face. Old ass daddy. I'm slapping old ass daddy in the face. So I'm not going. I'm not having a scenario with Get Out. You know what I'm saying? I voted 3 times for Obama. Yeah, that's when the semi comes out. That's when the semi comes out. But then that was a telltale sign. These liberals, the ones that would say, "Oh, we'll vote for Obama again," that's on top, not the regular people, but the one on top. You gotta watch out for these people. You know, I'm talking to a white girl. She said, "Oh yeah, Donald Trump's a racist." I said, "Then why was Kanye West at his?" He said, "Kanye West is famous." I said, "Racists don't care about you. That's worse for a racist. How do you not know racist? You're white. How do you not know what a white racist thinks? A white race is worse. It's a celebrity. It's not. Oh, he's different. No. For your average Hicks, that's worse. Married to a white woman, and he crazy, and he got a gang of money with biracial kids. Oh no. Oh no, racists do not like that. No. If you didn't know, I'm gonna tell you right now, a racist white man do not like an interracial couple. I know you didn't know that. Black women don't like interracial couples. White men don't like interracial couples. Y'all got something in common. Y'all got the hatred is deep. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't dwell in interracial couples. All women are beautiful. White women, you guys are extremely beautiful. I love you. I'm not going to your daddy's house. If a Korean takes me home and introduce me to her parents, if a Mexican take me home and introduce me to her parents, if Norwegian takes me home and introduce, you see how it's a common theme? You see how it's a common thing? It's a common thing to hate a black man or don't let a black man. It's common. So for Rachel Dawes to be part of a culture that's not revered, that you're going to leave a revered culture, which is the whites, and go to a non-revered culture, which is the blacks, that was remarkable. But soon the transracial conversation, it stops at a certain point. I can't walk in there and be like, "Hey, I feel like I'm white. Give me some good credit. I'm white." It is moot. The point is moot. You can't stress that point. So with Candace Owens and Cardi B was like, I'm about to, I'm rich and I'm this and that. Who paid you? The music industry. Why did they pay you? So you could promote. You could promote this ratchetness to further demonize black women, not Latin women, and you know, and you're using, and Cardi B, you're using this colorism to get you a black man. Most black men like light skin, blacks, red bone blacks, of course. Everybody love red bones. Fair skin, white, Latino, Asian. Most blacks like that, and until they get some type of check, because we're brainwashed. Like, it's not just we like it, we're also brainwashed to like it. You know what I mean? So, but you're using that to get into our culture, and you're using gangs and stripping to get into our culture. But then you get on Love and Hip Hop, Cardi B, and you make fun of a woman, a black woman, because you cheated with her man. You cheated on her man, and you making fun of her, and you got goons, and you part of a goon squad. I'm like, what? I mean, talk about infiltration here. Talk about infiltration. Your goon squad. I ain't gonna lie, your goon squad is a lot of niggas, so there's a lot of blacks. So but still, blacks on black crime, all that. What could this black woman do but be disgraced and shamed? And now she got to turn on TV and see Cardi B at the tip top, and you're like, Cardi B is is promiscuous. Let's say it like that. And then she want to go against Candace Owens. And it was kind of like weird because I don't know, the Twitter feed and everything, it was kind of weird. They didn't know how to think about it. They didn't know what to think about it. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, but people was mostly siding with Cardi B, but you couldn't side with Cardi B because of the money, because the music industry is set up like this. After 92, there was like, it's too much conscious music. We gotta dumb the music down. And don't tell me that gangster rap is selling more than conscious rap, because if you're Public Enemy and most of your clientele, most of the people that buy your albums and come to your concert is white, you can sell anything. Public Enemy's biggest supporters were white people. You can sell anything. But they wanted to dumb down the music, and they wanted to change, manipulate our culture. Because at one point, we was going to the Black Power scene. That was the dominant culture, and gangsters was where they was comfortable at, in the cut, off the radar, so they don't get cracked as easy. Nowadays, the music's dumbed down. Gangster rap is pop culture. Brothers getting picked off like flies. And the feds are picking them off one by one. Fetty Wap, Lil Wap, Old Block, NBA Youngboy. Yeah. Oh, so they getting picked off left and right. We because the music industry, we made it easier for them. We're just steadily deteriorating our community, and we can't talk about gentrification without talking about these niggas on the block. I can't put a Ferrari dealership on Normandy and Adams. First of all, nobody gonna go. The Koreans gonna go. The Koreans gonna be like, no, wait a minute, that's a red zone. The USC students gonna come. Oh yeah. Oh man. Okay. Adams and Normandy. If I put a Ferrari dealership, hold up. If I put a Ferrari dealership there, I got my clientele from Koreatown, and I got my clientele from USC. But the problem is, every hood in a 5-mile radius is going to vandalize it. It's going to be in front of it. It's going to harass the customers. It's going to rob the customers. They'd be like, I would go all the way around to Beverly Hills to get it. I would go all the way around to Torrance. There's one in Torrance, a Ferrari dealership in Torrance, on Hawthorne and Lomita. I'll go all the way over there. I'll go all the way. And I told that to a white lady and stuff. I told that to a white lady. I said, because of the gang violence, I can't just put a Ferrari dealership. She said, I don't think that's what the community necessarily needs. I'm being extreme here. I said I'm being extreme. No, I don't think so either. I don't think Adams and Normandy needs a Gucci shop. I just don't think so. I just don't think $5,000 socks. They're going to Slauson Swap Meet. They're going to pass me right up and go to Slauson swap meet. Meanwhile, Pookie and Ray Ray, they breaking in the back door. But as far as grocery store, I heard of all black grocery store that continuously got robbed today, went out of business. I mean, that's just how the nature of crime is. It's easier amongst your own people. With Candace Owens, by listening to her side, she's basically saying she's a Trump supporter, so y'all don't want to listen to her at all. But she's basically saying that the Democratic policies is destroying the black community. The Democrats say, hey, feminism and women's rights and progressiveness. And it's like, hey, wait a minute, hold up. For black women, it's different because they suffer racism and sexism. So you can't bring that feminist rhetoric over here. And then for black men, of course we got to do better, of course. Of course we got to protect and provide for our women better. Of course we're supposed to go all out for our women and stuff. But if we as black people, we can't get psychological help because every day we wake up that we're wrong because we're black. Because we were born a certain color, we're wrong. Politics. That's politics 101. You can pay a nigga off to say whatever. And that's how I feel with Cardi B and and Candace Owens. Cardi B don't need nothing. She don't know nothing about. And when she was talking to Joe Biden and Joe Biden's daughter got on there, I love your music. You love her music. You love the fact that she's ratchet and she can do whatever. She's free and woo this, but you have a husband. And he's a high value man. But you love her music. She's high value. She has a high value man. But for the rest of us, for the rest of y'all females, do the math. Do the math. So that's how I generally feel about it. Like, Candace Owens, she basically saying that, Democratic policies is destroying our communities. And you see Baltimore, Democratic community is decimated. You see Chicago, Democratic community, they're killing each other. It's known throughout the country. It's the highest crime rate. LA, Democratic. Blacks I live in LA. I seen in 85, we was 85%. In 85. Today, we're 15%. It did a total turnaround, reverse on us. Blacks are scattered throughout the whole, we don't even have a community no more. We're scattered. Watts is mostly Latino. Compton is half Latino. We're scattered. They decimated us. Brothers like myself in LA, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. But, for a lot of my brothers and sisters, they did get tricked, so I see it, and we didn't really see it. We didn't really see it till the damage is done. So is the Republican Party promising something better? I don't know, but people are moving to Republican states like Texas by the droves, or Georgia by the droves. You in Atlanta living your best life, but part of you living your best life is because it's a red state. Now I know, Biden won that. Yeah, because 83 million votes reappeared in 3 hours. In 3 hours, 83 million votes appeared out of nowhere. Y'all don't see nothing suspicious about that. Yeah, it's a mail-in vote. They should have mailed it a couple of days before. I'm just saying. Right? It was the most important vote ever. Why did 83 million people vote slow? And why did you need 83 million votes just to win? Jesus Christ. That means you lost by a landslide, Joe. God damn. That's dictatorship. And that's part of the Democratic Party. Either you blame the police, not the judges, not the prosecuting attorney, not the whole entire judicial system, that one cop, or you're banned from everything. Either you ride with the LGBT fully, or you're banned. Either you ride with the Democrats, or you're banned, or you're labeled, you're ostracized. And Candace Owens has the courage after all that, to still stand up and speak her truth. And I think everyone needs to speak their truth. If the left could speak their truth, so can the right. Or it's not freedom of speech no more. And really it's not. If I talk about one group of people and the information I got on this one group of people, they'll ban me. If I had enough followers. I don't. It's about one person watching. It's not even one person watching right now. I'm talking to myself. If I talk about a group of this group, and just common sense, I'm the common sense guy. You don't need to read no books for me to. I throw out a lot of statistics though. I throw out a lot of stuff you do need to read, but common sense. Common sense is, if you're born with a penis and a scrotum, you're a what? If you're born with a vagina, you're a what? Common sense. It's just common sense. Common sense with aliens. There are 100 billion galaxies. There are trillions of planets. It's literally impossible that life don't exist. We are in outer space. We're life on another planet. We're life in outer space. To say that life in outer space doesn't exist is to say that we don't exist. Just common sense. Just common sense. And if having baby mamas and gangbanging is the answer for black people, then why are we complaining? Then why is there a $4 trillion to $100 trillion gap? I already know why it's a 400. It's a $4 trillion to $100 trillion gap. What do we talk about that's wealthy? Our main thing is blow the bag. That is poverty. We don't even have a community. We don't even solidify communities. The communities we have, like it's a black community in Downey. It's called Popular Place. That's the street name of it. You don't hear about that. Ladera Heights, it's a lot of whites that live there. Baldwin Hills, there's a lot of whites that live there. No, not Baldwin Hills. What's that? Chester Hills? No. Windsor Hills. This is in LA. You didn't see the Black Lives Matter lady move into none of them communities. She moved into Woodland Hills. Woodland Hills is about 25 miles away. Not 25, I would say, yeah, 25 miles away from the hood. If you're in the hood, you gotta take the 110 north to the 101 to go 10 miles to stay on the 101 or go on the 170. I don't know I forgot which one. My GPS will tell me. You know what I'm saying? And drive another 6 miles. It's and then don't let traffic, because all those people, that whole area, you go on 110 north, all those people in those houses got cars. Everybody got cars. You know what I'm saying? The more you go north, the more cars there are. You know what I'm saying? And there's cars everywhere. So the traffic's gonna be horrendous. She didn't move into those places. We come on now. Can we just stop and think that maybe Candace Owens had a point, especially if they couldn't get nobody else but Cardi B to debate her? Strange.
You don't know why you're a Democrat. You have no idea why you hate Republicans. You have no idea why you're on the side of the party that enslaved black people, that segregated black people, and standing behind a man that supported segregation. Joe Biden supported segregation. He said it's what black people wanted.
It's not a secret that I use my platform for people to vote. I love politics. I endorse the Democratic Party. Everybody knows I don't really support you like that.